What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson. Thanks for stopping by today. And a lot of people have been hitting me up asking me about Tom Holland quitting acting. Now, just to clarify right off the bat, he's not permanently quitting acting. In fact, it does seem like he's already signed a new deal with Sony and Marvel Studios to return as Peter Parker, as Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and could quite possibly be jumping over to the Sony Spider-Verse as well, appearing in both universes. And actually, possibly fighting again with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in both universes as well. But I know a lot of people are freaking out about Tom Holland saying he has taken a hiatus from acting, but we're going to break down everything you need to know about what Tom Holland has said about his acting hiatus and when we can expect Spider-Man 4 to come out. We have a release date window, it seems. Also talk about his role with the new Avengers team and how he could possibly be going over to the Sony Spider-Verse as well. So if you'd like to stay up to date on Spider-Man and Marvel in general, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, we're doing a giveaway. We'll talk about that at the end of the vid. So Tom Holland has recently announced in an interview with Extra that he is taking only a year off of acting. And quite honestly, this probably won't really affect Spider-Man 4, but we'll get into that in just a second because the reason that he is taking off acting is actually quite important for him. And that is he has taken a year off to essentially focus on his mental health and of course his physical health as well. This is coming after he just got done with The Crowded Room because not only did he act in it, but he also produced it as well. And he literally said that the show broke him. He said, and I quote, "I'm no stranger to hard work. I've lived by the idea that hard work is good work. Then again, the show did break me. There did come a time where I needed a break and disappeared and went to Mexico for a week and had time on a beach and laid low. I'm now taking a year off. That is a result of how difficult this show was. I am excited to see how it turns out. I feel like our hard work wasn't in vain." So a couple key points here. One, and this should be the priority of this news, is that Tom Holland is taking a break so he can be okay himself. He has done a ton of work since he has debuted as Spider-Man in Captain America: Civil War. He's become extremely popular, not just for Marvel movies, but other movies as well, taking on franchises like Uncharted, and then doing The Crowded Room, which he said literally broke him. So first things first, Tom Holland needs to do this because he needs to keep his mental health healthy and he needs to keep his body physically healthy as well. So this is a really good thing. The second important thing is that he literally says, "I'm taking a year off." That's it, just a year. He doesn't say, "I'm quitting acting indefinitely" or "I'm quitting acting for a while." He literally states, "Hey, I'm gonna take a year off." And this is actually most likely due to Spider-Man 4 beginning to film around that time in about a year, based off of what we've heard about a Spider-Man 4 release date. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with the Spider-Man news, no big deal. I'll catch you up real quick. Since Sony has released Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, obviously Spider-Man has been a huge topic recently. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is doing extremely well. It is very well received by the fans and the critics and is absolutely crushing it in the box office. So of course, people are wondering, well, hey, we want more Spider-Man. Is Tom Holland returning as Spider-Man in Spider-Man 4? And the great news is Sony has updated us on this, and so has Tom Holland, both of which confirmed they have been having discussions about Spider-Man 4. The work has begun, and a script was being worked on. However, since the WA strike happened, Sony said that they are putting that on hold. Tom Holland confirmed this as well, stating that they were working on it, but when the strike happened, they all decided out of respect to stop. So Spider-Man 4, although it's on pause right now in its pre-development, is happening. But as far as when it's expected to release, insider Alex P from the Cosmic Circus has stated recently that it is going to be coming out before Avengers: Kang Dynasty. Now, right now, Avengers: Kang Dynasty is scheduled for May 2nd of 2025. So if this report ends up being true, and Alex P does have a great track record, then that means Spider-Man 4 should be coming out probably in 2025, a little bit before the Kang Dynasty, possibly February or March of 2025. That means they're going to have to start production and filming in 2024, which is a year from now. So if they started shooting around May or June of next year, that would roughly give them probably around 9 to 10 months to have the movie ready, which is going to be pretty tight. But unfortunately, since the writer's strike is happening right now, Marvel Studios might be delaying things just a little bit, but nothing official has been said on that yet. But right now it is looking like we are looking at a 2025 release date for Spider-Man 4, the first half of 2025, if it is indeed coming before the Kang Dynasty. Now, it does seem like Tom Holland has renewed his contract. Otherwise, he wouldn't really be having discussions with Marvel Studios and Sony about what's going to happen for the next Spider-Man film, and they are in pre-development right now for it. This has been confirmed by Tom Holland and Sony, so looks like the contract's been renewed. And based off of what we've heard, Tom Holland is going to do 3 more Spider-Man films, solo Spider-Man films, 3 more team-up projects, with 2 of those being the next 2 Avengers films, The Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Then another team-up project that we really don't know anything about right now. An insider, My Time to Shine Hello, has stated that Tom Holland is going to be the lead of Avengers Kang Dynasty. Now, this is not to be confused with the leader of the new Avengers team, but the lead actor and character of the movie. Which makes sense, he is an extremely popular character, but in the MCU, he is also pretty young to be the leader of the Avengers team right now, especially when you have people like Bruce Banner, Thor, Doctor Strange, Hawkeye, one of the OGs. Basically, you understand, Peter Parker is a teenager in the MCU, and everybody else is full-grown adults for the most part. So it makes sense for him to be the lead but not the leader. However, that doesn't mean he's not going to play a huge role. Since he's the lead, it's going to focus on him, so expect a pretty cool Spider-Man story in the Kang Dynasty, and I'm expecting Secret Wars as well. Now, as I mentioned, we could be seeing Tom Holland reunite with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Now, of course, the first place this is expected is in Avengers Secret Wars. When universes collide and our heroes start seeing variants of themselves from other universes, we are expecting to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield pop up, since we've already seen them in the MCU. This just makes sense and would kind of be a pretty big missed opportunity if Marvel didn't capitalize on it again. However, Sony does seem to have their own Spider-Man plans, and the end game for them, their big Avengers Endgame level event, could be a huge live-action Spider-Verse film where they get a lot of different Spider-Man variants and iterations from different universes to come into one universe to fight whoever their big bad of their new Spider-Verse is going to be, or multiple villains. And one of those Spider-Man is most likely going to be Tom Holland. Sony definitely isn't against doing cameos, especially if you've seen Across the Spider-Verse, you know what I'm talking about. But Sony is leading up to a major Spider-Verse event, and for Tom Holland's Spider-Man to not be in the event would be kind of awkward. Yes, they're separate universes, but Sony does still own the rights to Spider-Man. And since they have recently made a new contract with Marvel Studios and Tom Holland, they might have worked it out to where Tom Holland could cross over into the other universe. Now, we know he won't be a main character in Sony's Spider-Verse because Marvel Studios doesn't want people getting confused and mixing up the universes. This is why we never saw him in Venom. However, of course, if you recall, in the Venom 2 post-credit scene, we did see Tom Holland kind of in the Sony Spider-Man universe. Technically, Venom crossed over into the MCU, but it was still a Sony film that we were seeing Tom Holland Spider-Man in. And of course, Venom and Eddie Brock went back, and they now know what Tom Holland Spider-Man looks like. And of course, Venom was in the MCU, so we've already had somewhat of a crossover. Now, it was kind of a tease, kind of a jerk move by Sony to have Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock and Venom go over to the MCU just to have that undone by the post-credit scene for Spider-Man No Way Home, and essentially tell us, hey, there is going to be a Venom in the MCU, just not going to be Tom Hardy. That was a slap in the face. However, it does confirm that the two universes can cross over, and Sony's going to do a huge Spider-Verse event that's going to have many live-action Spider-Man and Spider-Man variants coming together, so it would only make sense for Tom Holland to be a part of that as well, at least for a cameo. So I am expecting that, but this is years out, probably after Avengers Secret War is going to take place. But the good news is Tom Holland's Spider-Man isn't going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, he's got a lot of Spider-Man left in him. Yes, he's taken a break for a year, and that is a fantastic thing for him. I hope it serves him well. I hope he stays healthy, but then he's coming back and he's going to be Spider-Man. So let me know how excited you are for that and the future of Spider-Man in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and leave a comment so you can enter our giveaway for a chance to win a PS5, an Xbox Series X, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. The winner gets to pick one item, and we pick a winner at the end of each month. We also have a Patreon now where we post exclusive content. We have a website as well where we post different content, and a Discord server if you want to hang out with other cool like-minded people. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.